Welcome back developers. Now let's see how we can utilize GitHub Actions to automate our builds. So in front of me I have a simple to-do application in which currently you can only add to-dos. So let's say learn EAS. So currently I have disabled features like checking, editing and deleting a to-do, because further on when we are exploring EAS updates, we will see how we can send them via OTA updates. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So first of all, you need to come to your Expo dashboard, and inside here, inside access tokens, you need to create a new token. So currently I'm using an organizational account. So I need to add a robot here first, and I'll assign a role developer, and I'll just say dev. And now inside that, we need to create a token. But if you're using a personal account, you can directly create a token over here, no issues. So I'll be using my organization account. So inside here we need to create a token, and you can name it anything. I'll name it as Expo token, and I'll generate a new token. Then I will copy this token, and make sure you copy it and keep it safe. And then we will create a new GitHub repository. I'll name it same as my application, ES app, and I'll set its visibility to public, and I'll also add a readme file over here, and I'll create a repo. Now inside here, I'll go to my project settings, and inside secrets and variables, I'll go to actions, and I'll create a new repository secret. You need to name it as Expo token, and I'll just paste the secret over here. I'll add it. Then I'll come back to my VS Code in my new terminal instance. What I'll do is I'll firstly initialize the GitHub repository, get init, and I'll just add the origin to this repository we had by git remote add origin. Is the URL, and it's done. I'll just get pull the readme file. I need to do get pull origin name, and yeah, we fetch the readme file, and then inside the project directory we need to create a folder which starts with the dot notation. We'll name it GitHub, and inside that we'll create another folder known as workflows, and inside there we will create a file named as build. We'll name it as es build.yaml file. And now let me just grab the YAML file over here. I'll copy it and paste it over here. So let's see what it does. So the name is ES build. You can name it anything, or you can name the file anything, but it should specify on what it does for the developers to be clear on this. So let's go on workflow dispatch, and this GitHub action will run only when we push to the main branch, and this will run our jobs. Make sure you have node 20 over here or above, because GitHub actions only work above node 20. And if you see over here, ES build platform all means we need to build for Android and iOS both. Profile would be preview. So preview profile is basically without the dev client, so you cannot edit your JavaScript on the fly. It comes with the JavaScript you shipped while you were building the application. And non-interactive means we won't be prompted any things by the CLI, and no it is basically the ES build task won't block any for the execution. So there's that. And note I have selected platform all, but because I have previously built for these all platforms, meaning iOS and Android, but if you haven't previously built using ES for either of the platforms, you need to build that and then write this code. Or you can specify here anything like platform should be Android if you have previously built for Android using ES or iOS. I'll select all because I had built for both, and profile can be anything. You can see your profiles in the es.json file. And one more thing, for the preview thing, I will just copy the iOS key because I don't have a physical iOS device. So for the preview build to run, I'm stating that it should also run for the simulator. So there's that. And now let's continue. Now we will just add the files. Note the repo is currently empty and we will push to the main branch itself. Okay, we'll say git add dot to add all files to tracking, and we will commit this. We will say something like trigger builds using actions. Press enter and we'll just push to the main branch. Let's wait while it's pushing. Okay, got some problem here. Oh sorry, I need to push get push origin name. Let's wait while it's pushing the code over here. We'll just refresh my repo page, and as you can see over here, our action will be running. You can go over and tap on the details part, and let's wait for it to get completed. So a GitHub action has completed running successfully. And now if I go to my dashboard again, inside this and projects, ES app, and if I go to builds and refresh the page, you can see the builds are running. So one is for iOS and the other one is for Android. So builds are in progress. So let's wait for the builds to get completed and we'll be right back. So builds have been completed. So I'll select the Android build and I'll do open with Orbit. So it will download the build and install it on my Pixel 6 device. You can also download Expo Orbit. It makes super easy for your builds to get installed on your devices. So it's downloaded in the build and it will install the build for us. And as you can see, we have a standalone preview build. So it's a preview build without the dev client, so it comes with the JavaScript bundle we had submitted while building our application. So that's this. So if I come over here, just say hello, and it's all working. To show you that it's working, I'll just disable the server and reopen the app. Go over here. So it's not dependent on the live server. It comes with the JavaScript bundle we had shipped while building the app. So this is this. So this is how you can utilize GitHub Actions to build your projects, but it's not the optimal way, because if you come over here, if I go to the prices section, so currently I'm using an organizational account, and if I go to my billing section, so I'm using the production plan, which is $99 a month, which is kind of expensive, and for each build you create, you lose some credits, one for Android and $2 for iOS. And if I go to my personal account over here, I'm using the free plan, in which you get total 30 builds, 15 for iOS and 15 for Android. In the next one, we will see how to solve this problem using ES updates, in which we can directly send updates to our users, which are basically using preview or production build, and which will save us from using our builds. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next one.